what's up, y'all? This is Peace. I moved back to Michigan, Detroit, where I was born and raised. Been away for over 33 years, and so a lot of childhood, young adult memories are coming back to me. Good and unpleasant. And so, yes, I have cried. Um, I had a very difficult uh, life, especially childhood. If you've been listening to me, you know what I'm talking about. Um, Dysfunctional families. The world is full of them. Matter of fact, that's why we have the problems we have, because the world is full of them. And it's a negative thing, and then it's not. And let me explain. From a spiritual perspective, we have each come to this earth to experience every aspect of living. Of living a life of a human being. See, we are actually spirit beings who inhabit human bodies. Earth, Gaia, Mother Earth, is a school of learning. So we come here and we start out in kindergarten until we graduate. And when you start out in kindergarten, you start off as like a psychopath because you don't know what love is, and you have to learn. And you only learn what love is through several reincarnations onto planet Earth and then elsewhere as well. Earth is not the only place where spirit beings live, okay? But for now, us, we humans, we who you're watching this, we are having a life on Earth. And I have lived over 400 lifetimes. This particular lifetime has been very difficult for me. I have no complaints though, because I understand. I don't like it. Nobody likes pain and suffering and hurt. Nobody likes that. But at least I understand why I'm having it. I still don't like it. But each and every single one of us must have the same experiences. We're all going to go through hell, and we're all going to go through joy. The difference is how long it takes us to learn the lessons that we are presented with in each incarnation. That is where our freedom of choice comes in, because we can choose to love and we can choose to hate. We choose what we do with what we get from the experiences we have. We choose the thoughts that we think. Let me repeat that, because some of you may not know that. We choose the thoughts that we think. I did a video last night talking about that and behavior. Check it out. But yeah, I cried some because, even though I was crying over things from my young adult life and childhood, there's still remnants of pain there. So yes, it's okay to cry. It's healing. It releases negative energy. It releases those feelings. So it's okay to cry. Never be ashamed of crying. But I want you all to know, I see you. We have suffered. There are children and adults, but especially children, suffering right now. All kinds of dysfunctional families. There are alcoholics. There are drug abusers. There are psychopaths. There are just a lot of dysfunction. There are broken homes. There are emotionally immature parents. There are abusive parents, verbally and physically. There are spouses that fight. There's domestic violence. And then there's just the verbal abuse and silent treatment. And no family is exempt from some form of dysfunction. If you're in a highly functioning family, congrats, take a cookie, but know that you are not exempt remember, we must each have these experiences over the various lifetimes, because that's why we come to earth. So you may have had a very pleasant life this lifetime. Congratulations. But best believe, baby, one of these lifetimes you still gonna have to go through, because you're gonna have to learn what suffering is. You're gonna have to learn how to love despite certain things that happen. You're going to have to be the abuser and the abused. You're going to have to experience both sides of it. So, like I said, I understand why I've had the life I've had. I don't like it. But forgiveness and choosing love and taking control over my thoughts, getting support, having a support group, supportive people around me, talking about it, learning, growing, making that choice to become a fully functioning, emotionally responsible, spiritually developed adult is a daily choice. So I know I'm walking that path as you have walked it, or you will walk it, or as you are walking it. And I'm here to help however I can. Right now, I feel a pull to help out some way in the prisons with the young people, with the teenagers. I'm feeling a pull that way, because a lot of youth do violent things because of the pain in them, the pain that they're experiencing, the lack of a functional family unit, the lack of not having guidance, and not knowing how to deal with that pain and that hurt and that suffering that they experience as a result of their family environment. And one way they do is they act out. A lot of youth end up joining gangs. So I feel a pull right now, wherever God wants me to go, because I'm a servant of God. But I will seek to see how I can help with the juvenile justice system. I feel a pull towards the jails, the prisons. You know, it could have easily been me. Easily been me. But for the grace of God, there goes I. And if anyone laughs, or anyone makes fun of, or if anyone feels that they're better than, or they feel good that someone else has suffered and they haven't, then shame on them. Because they don't know. They don't know what life is really about. They don't have any spiritual development. They don't have any love. Because when you laugh at someone else's pain and suffering and you don't care, then that means you are devoid of love. You are devoid of spiritual development. And that's nothing to be envious of. We just have to stay away from people like you who have no love. But for those out there who are hurting, who are suffering, who are growing up in dysfunctional families, who are even adults now, who are still dealing with that, just know, I know. But also know this. This too shall pass. This is something we must experience, because we are spiritual beings having human experiences in several lifetimes. The fastest way to heal is to forgive and to choose a positive life, choose to love. That won't come quickly, because you will have to work through your hurt and your pain and your suffering and your emotions. I suggest highly you get therapy. Talk to someone who is caring, who will not judge you, look down on you, throw the information back into your face in a negative way. But this is something that each of us, black, white, oriental, male, female, young, old, every single human being on this planet must experience. I don't care if you're in China, Japan, Africa, United States, Russia, any continent, don't matter. We all have to go through it. We all have to go through it. So we really are truly, we're in this together. Meaning we're going to have to go through this different lifetimes, of course. One person may be experiencing a life of luxury now in this lifetime, where another is experiencing a life of just poverty. But the roads will change. But the key to it all, learn how to process your emotions, your feelings in a constructive manner, and choose love. Because love, evil cannot overcome love, but love can overcome evil. Learn about love. Learn how to love yourself. I say love is simply kindness. Just practice that to yourself and others. But I'm here. And even though I've done a lot of growing, I've done a lot of work, I've done a lot of healing. You don't forget the past. I don't forget the memories. And sometimes they come up, and they've come up because I'm back to in the city where I was born and raised. And I feel the emotions. And I allow myself to cry. Have a blessed day. Choose love. You don't know what love is? Choose kindness. Take care.